Hey, what's up everybody? Social Reefer here, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Before I get into it, as usual, guys, I want to just give a big shout out to all of you that have been engaging on my past content, giving me a thumbs up, subscribing to my channel, engaging in the comments. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. That's what I do this for, to learn from you guys, to teach you guys, whether it's from something that I experienced in the hobby or something that I'm really good at. Regardless, it's just to pass down information, you know? But without further ado, I'm gonna get into today's topic, which is basically an in-tank treatment. As you can see, my tank is still dirty. My glass is dirty because I'm focusing on other things right now. Look at all of those streaks. I hate this, by the way. Let me tell you guys, my tank has been like this for a few days because I've been working on my rockscape, reorganizing my SPS, and doing all this extra stuff. But I hate this. I hate this ugly phase of, putting in work. But I'm gonna get through it because I see the light at the end of the tunnel, and I know that there's gonna be really good benefits at the end of all of this that I'm doing right now. But yeah, right now, guys, just last night, I decided to go all in, and I'm doing an in-tank antibiotic treatment. Now, I don't want to get into the specifics of exactly what I'm doing, guys, because this is something that I am recording for you as I go along. And I don't want to misinform anybody or encourage you to do something that I don't even know what the end results is going to be. This is my first time doing this, and I may not be doing it properly, and there might be some negative outcomes that I don't want to pass down to y'all, but I do want to take you along with me in my journey, just so that you guys, can see and learn from me. You know what I'm saying? But I will tell you this much. I did do my homework, and I made sure to look into all the ins and outs of these type of treatments, and I decided to go my route. And that is basically to keep things as simple as possible. I'm only dosing one medication. I'm not doing multiple medications and things of that nature. I'm dosing one simple medication that gets to the root cause of exactly what I'm trying to target, and that's it, which is an antibiotic treatment. Now, I could tell you, I just did it last night. I threw in the dosage at midnight, and this particular torch right here is the main coral in my tank that has shown me that the treatment is actually working already. Now, I don't want to get too far along or ahead of myself because I just started this treatment last night, and according to the plan that I'm sticking to, it is a 3-day treatment plan that I'm going to be doing. So today is only the beginning of day 1, basically. But I will tell you this, I'm gonna give you the little story behind this torch. This, by the way, is the oldest torch in my fish tank. It is the very first torch I ever purchased in the hobby. And I had it for quite some time. Now that I'm telling you that, you would say, why is it smaller than this torch? Why it has so many less heads? Well, that's because this torch survived all of my mistakes. And although it only has like 4 heads, I melted a lot of heads of this torch through my mistakes, and I managed to save one, and I always grew, multiple heads out of one, and then it's ups and downs, but it is what it is. But this particular torch is the main coral in my tank that's showing me that this treatment is working, and it's just from last night, and I'm gonna tell you exactly why. Just the other day, I was doing maintenance on all the equipment in my tank. A week or 2 ago, right? And I ended up cleaning my power heads. Now, my power heads were so dirty, I was running them at full intensity, 100%, and it was barely moving water. So I was like, I gotta clean these things now. So I cleaned them, put them back in the tank. When I put them back in the tank, I maintained the same schedule that I was running on the power heads, running them at full intensity. Now, let me tell you what a mistake that was, because by allowing the power heads to stay at full intensity after the cleaning, they were whipping all my coral back and forth like it was a hurricane in my tank. It is crazy the difference of what a dirty power head can do to a clean power head. It's day and night. So I was a little bit negligent towards that. So after I cleaned the power heads, I allowed them to run at full intensity for a few days before I even made any adjustments. It wasn't until a few days later that I was like, damn, my torches are not looking happy. They don't like all this flow. So I dialed it down. When I dialed down the power head, I noticed that one of the heads on my torch, this particular head right here, got damaged really bad. Some tentacles flew out, and there were still some that were partially attached. And to make things even worse, up until early afternoon yesterday, I started seeing that the head was starting to deteriorate. It was super stressed out, just that particular head, but it was starting to deteriorate. It was a lot of browning around the mouth area, and I'm like, crap, the bacteria is starting to take over. I'm gonna have to cut that head off. Before I did that, I decided to go on and proceed with the in-tank treatment for the antibiotics. I promise you guys, I'm not lying, but the damn browning and the deterioration just stopped completely, and it looks like that the head is actually doing fine now, which is crazy to me. You know, it's just crazy, you know, but I don't want to get too ahead of myself, like I said, because this is only the beginning of the process. But I will tell you the things that I did. I would rather if you guys look this information up yourself, whether it's through blogs or things of that nature. You could check kungfucorals.com. They have their own in-tank treatment method, which is way more extensive than what I'm doing. Like I said, I'm keeping things very basic so that I know and I can manage things more properly. God forbid I need to make any adjustments, which I don't think I will have to, because honestly, I did so much homework, and I am doing this very, very careful, step by step. But I'm gonna tell you the things that I did do. So for equipment wise, down here in my sump, you're gonna see my protein skimmer is off. I'm not running my protein skimmer. I'm still running my turf scrubber. I turned off my fleece roller. I'm allowing the fleece roller to overflow. And my UV, which you can't see through here, is actually back here. My 55 watt UV is completely off. Those pieces of equipment are not running. My reactor, I took out the carbon, is completely empty. So there's nothing in there. I am running it so that the medication could run through the equipment, but there's no type of carbon or anything running in there. But yeah, that's what I'm doing. All of the main equipment that basically, you know, takes out, you know, organics and things of that nature are off. I'm still dosing like I normally do. All the other equipment, aside from the ones that I told you, are still running. And yeah, I'm gonna do this for 3 days. We're gonna see what the results are gonna be. I'll keep things monitored for you guys and let y'all know what the true outcome of this is gonna be. After I get the outcome, if it is a positive outcome that I do get, in a future video, I'll let you know exactly what I did and what I used, because then we will know for sure that my technique is working. But I don't want to jump to that conclusion just yet, because I really, really respect this hobby, and I really want to make sure that if I do give you information, I want to make sure that is information that is going to work. You know, I don't want to open up a can of worms or give you false ideas or introduce any bad habits to your routines. But all I can say is that I do feel really good about this, and I do feel like there is going to be a good outcome. I just want to make sure that I get there first before I give you all the full details. But yeah, guys, wish me luck. Today at night, I'll be doing my next dosage at midnight of the antibiotic treatment. I'm planning on doing 3 days. And after the 3 days, I'll be doing a 30% water change. I got two 20-gallon trash cans, which equals 40 gallons. It's supposed to be a total of 60 gallons, so I'm gonna split the water changes into 2 days. I'll do 40 gallons the day after the treatment, and then the day after that, I'll do another 20 gallons to complete the water change, which would be a total of 30% of my total system volume. And I think I should be good. On top of that, with the equipment I'm running, you know, the fleece roller, the protein skimmer, and the UV, I should be able to get all of the rest of that, you know, dead organics and stuff that's in the water. And I'm also gonna be running carbon. I'm gonna be running Brightwell's Pureit, a fresh batch, just to make sure that I get everything nice and pristine right after this treatment is done. But with all that said, guys, I hope you guys have a great day. Stay tuned to the next video. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Hit the thumbs up. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think. And until the next one, man, peace out.